Well, hello everyone. It's Angela with Mystic Moon. Welcome to the Divine Masculine Weekly Forecast. So today's theme is no matter what, I'll always care for you. So I got some inspiration from Aqua Moonlight's deck, The Untold Messages of the Heart Volume 2. So we're going to be using these today as little markers for the messages that we're going to be bringing through. Now I do tend to channel for those, of course, that are experiencing either a separation or challenge in their connection. So keep that in mind. But at the end of the day, you guys just take what resonates for you and get rid of anything that doesn't. All the decks I'll be using here, as well as this beautiful Orgonite by Michelle from Bell's Wing and Bell, will be listed in the description box down below. I also wanted to make a couple announcements before we got started. So I haven't done personal readings, I think, in probably a year. So I'm actually going to be releasing a few, I'd say about maybe 3 to 6 readings, either per week or just kind of when I'm feeling it. And so this week happens to be one of those weeks. So for those of you guys that are interested in receiving a personal reading with me, my daughter and I, my assistant, we're going to be going into my website, so mysticmoonoracles.com. And we're going to create a button where you can just, pay, and then we'll have the description of the reading, the amount. They're all going to be love-based readings. So I'm not going to be doing any general readings or any kind of like money or finances or career life purpose. It's just strictly going to be on soul connections. So anyways, if you guys are interested, definitely check out the website later tonight. What I will do is I'll probably make an announcement that it is live, ready to go on social media, as well as this community tab here on YouTube. So it's kind of like when they sell out, but these readings will be delivered this week. And that is kind of unheard of, because when I used to do readings a long time ago, people wouldn't get their readings sometimes into like 3 to 4 weeks. It was such a long wait. And I did notice that other people were kind of doing this, like releasing, just a certain amount of readings per week. And it just made it less to where people had to wait so long for the readings. So I just thought I would try my hand at this. I'm feeling it this week, depending on next week's schedule and all that other stuff, so I may just kind of bring this to the table at least once a month. That way you guys can get some personal readings if you're interested. Now, also, it's not like I just launched, but I'm becoming active again on my Halloween channel called Home Sweet Halloween. I already made an announcement on the community tab a few days ago, and I thank you guys so much for those of you that went over and supported the channel. It's just so difficult to grow on YouTube these days. So, I'm not asking you guys to follow if you're not into Halloween, but, if you feel inclined and you want to support me there, it's Home Sweet Halloween on YouTube, and I also have a TikTok and an Instagram as well. I'm really active on TikTok. I post daily over there, but I'm kind of just doing some store walkthroughs. I'm also going to be getting into some of my Halloween decorations this week. It's going to be a channel where you're going to see my face. I'm going to talk about just personal stuff. You guys are going to see my personal life. Mr. Moon will even be in some of those videos down the line. Of course, my cats that some of you guys really love will be in there. So I really wanted to put a lot of just time and energy and dedication towards just that other channel. It's just a creative outlet for me, and it's just something that's fun. Now, it doesn't mean that things stop after Halloween. I do Thanksgiving, which means that I do a Halloween themed Thanksgiving. And then of course I love Christmas, but I do witchy Christmas trees, like very spooky kind of Christmas. And then I just love all the holidays. So it's just going to be year round, but of course, really, really crazy active during Halloween season, spooky season, which it's funny. I know it's only July, but anyways, you guys, just wanted to put that all out there. Thank you guys so much for your support and just listening, and let's dive right into these messages. We're going to take a look, and we're going to see what is the care energy. So we're looking at this card. It says, I have a soft spot for you. No matter what happens between us, I'll always care. So that's really where I derived the title for today's reading. So we're going to see, what is your divine masculine's soft spot for you at this time, divine feminine? Let's take a look at this energy. What is your divine masculine's soft spot for you at this time? Ooh, we have the fiery woman. Okay, so not only does he have a soft spot, he has like a fiery spot for you. So to me, this is very much like the Queen of Wands vibe. We've got passion. We've got this optimistic energy. Maybe you're very independent. You're very adventurous, very attractive, just a real go-getter. This masculine has a soft spot for this kind of energy. I'm also getting to, you might have a fiery temper, or you might be the kind of, divine feminine where you just speak your mind, and maybe it rubs some people the wrong way, but guess what? This masculine actually really likes this about you. There's something, maybe he's not the kind of person that is, like super upfront and just honest with how he's feeling. So he really admires this particular energy in you, is what I'm seeing. So let's take a look and see what else. What other energy is connected to this with what is your divine masculine soft spot for you? Look at you. So this is awesome. This is the Two of Pentacles. To me, this is like you're able to juggle many things at once. You know how to take care of yourself. You know how to have fun, but you're also responsible, and you show up for things that, your responsibilities. You're able to just kind of go with the flow, be very spontaneous, and just kind of, do multiple things at one time. I just feel like this particular energy for this masculine, it's like he finds some sort of inspiration within you. Maybe he finds that you balance him out. So his soft spot for you is that, in a way, the opposites attract. So I'm not necessarily getting, like, you guys might have certain things where you have things that you like, common interests, but there's something about your personality that's totally different than this masculine. You take risks, you put yourself out there. Very, very inspirational to this masculine. So it's like he finds some sort of inspiration and balance within himself. You balance him out quite well. Where maybe you're lacking, he has that, and vice versa. So there's definitely this energy that he has where he does feel very inspired, but I'm also getting very proud, to say, hey, I'm with you. We're together. So he definitely feels prideful when he thinks of you. All right, let's see what else. We have the swing. Look at this. Good times on and off. That's what I'm getting here with this Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is kind of like back and forth. You could go either way. You could kind of swing both ways. So you're very open-minded is what I'm seeing. And this is something where maybe this divine masculine doesn't have this kind of ability to do that. He doesn't have the ability. I'm going to take these cards away because it looks like it's making things really blurry here. I'm not sure why this is happening. I hate this. Sorry, guys, for those of you that are watching and not just listening. It's a little blurry. Anyways, let me see if I could get rid of this. Yeah, that's what it was. It's whiting it out here. So I'm just going to take this and put it on the side, okay? So, this is on and off, breaking the cycle, good times, bad times, making the break. So I feel like you're able to take life with a grain of salt. You're not overly pessimistic, but you're also not overly optimistic. You're kind of like right in between. You're very balanced with either your mood, or you're very balanced with your judgments or just your decisions that you make. So to me, it's like very grounded and very balanced. And this is something that this masculine either wants for himself, or he's just very inspired when he looks at you. You're very open-minded, adventurous, and this creates a soft spot for this masculine. All right, let's see what else. Oh, look at you. You're the magician to this masculine. You really know how to create. So what I'm getting here, you may have fallen down in your life. You may have lost something and you refuse to give up. You just keep creating. You keep coming back up. And again, I just keep saying the same word over and over again. This masculine is extremely inspired by you, divine feminine. So he's got this soft spot for someone like you, which is someone who refuses to give up. It has the courage to keep moving forward and fighting and trying your hand at new things, so that is what it is. Now I see it's kind of like this heart energy. There's something magical. He feels some sort of a magical feeling or vibe when the two of you are together. So he has a soft spot for that, because that's not something that he experiences every day with normal average people. It's something unique to you and your connection. That's what I'm seeing. That's beautiful. All right, let's see what else. Oh, ooh. Masculine may be aware of things such as twin flames, so that, terminology, even if he is not seasoned with that kind of terminology, it doesn't matter. He still feels like there is something between the two of you where you guys really connect. And even though maybe you are just opposites, it doesn't matter. There's still this like yin, you're the yin to my yang. Blue, so fire, water. So fire, water energy. We've got this different colors here. There's opposites, but these opposites complement each other very well, balance each other out very well. What I'm also getting is that you encourage him to, or inspire him to want to create something, to want to better his life in some sort of way. Yeah. So there's something where he feels like you're the same, but yet different. So he's got the soft spot for you because he feels like you're someone of great significance in his life. Maybe he can't quite put his finger on it, but he feels very special and uniquely tied to you. That's how it is for him. So he's got a soft spot for you, Divine Feminine. Feels some kind of magic. All right, let's see what else. This is interesting to me. The Four of Cups. There may have been some sort of a rejection here, but what we have is the infinity symbol. And that's funny because the Magician usually has the infinity symbol as well. And then we just got the Two of Pentacles, which is also an infinity symbol. So I have to say that Spirit is trying to tell us that this masculine infinitely feels you and feels this connection. It never dies for him. Even though he might have his back turned to it right now, it still exists. It's still here. This opportunity, that maybe presented itself. So your connection, this opportunity to be together, to do something together. It may be because masculine has not been ready in his life. He has not been able to turn around and really appreciate this or take you up on this opportunity. It doesn't mean it will never happen, because obviously we can see here that it will infinitely exist. It's felt on every level all the time. It never goes away. So I feel like his soft spot for you is that he knows that you guys belong together, but he may not be choosing to be with you right now, if that makes sense. Okay. It might be very confusing, but that's what I'm getting. All right. Let's see what else. The large table. We have gathering, conversation, meeting, and communication. So to me, it's like there's a large table. There's a large number of people in the masculine's life as well as your life. There are other people that are attending this dinner party, if you will. So it's not just really about you and your masculine. He has a soft spot for you regardless of who he spends time with or who he's spending time with right now. He'll always have you in your heart. And that's what I'm getting. No matter what, I'll always care for you. No matter who I'm with, no matter what I'm doing, no matter who you're with or what you're doing right now, I will always care for you. This feeling will never go away. With that infinity symbol showing 3 times here. So that is what's happening. Ooh, another card that says balance. Is there 2 cards of the same deck that say the same thing? Oh, find balance and balance. Interesting. All right, you guys. Sometimes people will see this card of temperance as an angel it's holding 2 cups, and those 2 cups are the divine counterparts of another. So twin flame energy here. Twin flame angel. Sometimes people call that card. But do you see this? You guys are connected. Look at the faces. You guys are connected. So you guys, in some sort of way, it's like there's the eye that's shared, and then there's the separate eyes. So there is some sort of third eye energy, a lot of telepathic communication, even when the 2 of you are apart, even if you're spending time doing other things, you guys are still infinitely connected. There's something about connecting with your energy, right? Your masculine finds solace in knowing that eventually the 2 of you will reconcile and actually come together as counterparts. So his soft spot for you is he always feels this like very calming. We've got blue and this pink, romantic, calming type of an energy of just knowing. Don't know how I know. I just know that we will be together again. We will come together. We will gather together and meet once again. So this masculine has this soft spot where he just feels really kind of comfortable and safe in your energy, feminine. And he doesn't know why he knows, but he just knows that the two of you will be together again. So it's like he's not too, I mean, there might be anxiety or, nightmare or some sort of, anxiety. It doesn't mean there is none. But when he really connects with the higher self of you, he feels very calm. There's like an angelic presence here. All right, let's get one more set. Soft spot for you, soft and gooey, sees you as his counterpart, feels your energy, very angelic energy, feels safe and protected. Ooh, we have the axe. That's interesting. So this is something about, it says, regardless of the consequences, enforcing something, selfishness, recklessness. Interesting. Maybe at some point in time, this masculine did something reckless, you guys, or maybe you did, but there's unconditional love here is what I'm picking up on. So this masculine has a soft spot for you despite the situation, despite the circumstances that maybe tore the two of you apart. Yeah, so there's just love here. I don't know why, I just care for you. I don't know really why. It's been so long maybe, or, things have been really, really tough between the two of us, but I still have love for you. So that's what it is. This masculine has a soft spot for you, feminine. He may not understand it. He just has it. That's the star. That's so beautiful. I mean, you guys are connected to heal. That's one of the main reasons that you guys are connected in this lifetime energetically. That your two souls came together to connect. It was for the star's reason to spiritually come together for spiritual reasons, to heal, to break chains, right? To break those chains. But the thing is, these chains I feel are like bondage, devil energy, codependency, traumas, darkness, things like that. Once you heal those traumas and those wounds, kind of take that axe to them, then you get to experience the spiritual love. So this is a process, obviously. But this masculine also feels, feminine, that you're a part of his healing, that you're a part of the reason that he wants to be a better version of himself. Like an angel, you're like this angel that is guiding him on his journey that really makes him want to be a better person. And that's the soft spot that he has for you. You're helping him heal, and he feels it. He feels it everywhere. Wow, that's so beautiful, you guys. So let's now go ahead and shift gears. And now we're going to go into this energy, which is awake. So this is, I see the error of my ways. Life has been tough recently, but I've learned a lot. So I put it, how is your divine masculine seeing the error of his ways? So let's look at this. How is the divine masculine seeing the error of his ways at this time when it comes to maybe things from the past that have happened or things that are happening now? We have all about the material. So what I'm getting here is that this masculine has had to learn the hard way that money didn't buy everything. Money wasn't everything. If you were in a situation where this masculine exited your connection or chose something else because it was more, was shinier, or there would be more of an opportunity for him, just very much made some sort of a decision that was based on like at a lower ego level, very much devil energy here, where it's very materialistic. It's very superficial. He found out it wasn't all about the material. It wasn't all that. It wasn't all that it was cracked up to be. That grass was not greener on the other side. I made a mistake. So this masculine is seeing the error of his ways, that he chose wrong. He chose to go after things that really didn't end up measuring up in the long run, that didn't last either. So this is some kind of a mistake that he made. It was an error in judgment. Look at that, 8 of Cups, because whatever it was that he walked away, he may have abandoned your connection and walked towards maybe another connection that somebody had a lot of money or status and they were going to somehow help this masculine to further his career. I'm just making that up. If it resonates, take it. But it's just an example here. Or what it means is once he got there, it wasn't all it was cracked up to be. It didn't make him happy. It didn't fulfill him. He's still looking for fulfillment, because we've got the 8 of Cups here. The next one would be the 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups means you've reached that level. You've finally reached that level of self-satisfaction. This didn't do it for him. So when he got there, or he played this situation out, it wasn't really what he was looking for. So to me, it's like the YouTube 2 song, I still haven't found what I'm looking for. That's it. So this masculine, when he got to where he thought he when he got what he thought he wanted, or where he thought he was going. Hell, I don't think that made sense. But you know what I'm saying? He had to walk away from it. So once he realized it didn't make him happy, this is what I'm seeing. This is when he starts to realize the error of his decisions when it came to you in this connection. We have limit, final straw, overload, breaking point. This is like the 10 of Wands to me. It may be that this could have been a karmic situation. There was a lot of heavy karma, a lot of maybe even a karmic relationship, or just karmic debt here to be paid. So it's like, I've reached my limit. I can't handle it any further. I've got to walk away from this. I've got to drop this burden, whatever this is. So when things got very problematic or very stressful for this masculine, this is when he started to realize the error of his ways. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, the Chariot. Chariot's all about movement forward. It's all about realizing, it's about balancing the dark and the light within. So it's about being more balanced. And it's so funny because that word keeps coming up in this reading. Balance, right? This masculine was not balanced before when he was dealing with you, feminine. And because he was imbalanced, he was looking for something to balance him out. He thought it was money. He thought it was fame, power, fortune, things like that. That's not what it was. That's what he thought at the time, but it's really not all it was cracked up to be. So he had to journey. He had to go on his journey. I see the Chariot as a card of destiny. You have to go down that destined path. And sometimes that destined path pulls you down certain paths where you're going to learn some very hard lessons. So I'm getting here karma with this limit card. Karmically, he had to go down certain roads and maybe even clear up karmic debt in other situations to get to where he's at now, which to me is somebody who's more balanced, somebody who sees things more clearly. Okay? Let's see what else. We have psychic sensitivity. This is interesting. So this is talking about how this masculine has really leaned into his higher self. He's leaned into his more spiritual side. So there could be some sort of spiritual belief system or some sort of set of practices that he's adopting, like maybe meditation or prayer or, whatever this is, maybe attending something or reading books. Whatever this is, to me, it's improvement of the self. So it's opening up his mind. It's expanding his mind. He's expanding. He's evolving. And so because of this, he's also much more aware of himself than he was before. So he's able to see the error of his ways. Temperance. There it is. Look at this. The balance energy again. Temperance is about slowing down. Temperance is also about taking time and tempering things, healing. I really feel like maybe somewhere on this masculine's path, he realized that he had some things that he needed to work on. He became aware of himself. And when he became aware of himself, things that became too overwhelming or things that were just problematic, he realized that he was the common denominator and he needed to sit back and really think, how can I change? Instead of expecting the world to change around me, how can I change? And then I can change the circumstances that are now showing up for me. So this masculine had this major spiritual awakening, some sort of a major shift, a paradigm shift take place for him on his path. And ultimately what it did is it led him to looking at himself and really taking the time, to temper his energy. So there's definitely some sort of a self-awareness that has finally come to play here. Okay. Misunderstood. Interesting. Lost soul, victim, mistakes. This masculine misunderstood a lot. He didn't have the tools at the time. He really didn't. He did not have the tools. So it's like he was walking around this world thinking or looking at himself as a victim, and looking at the mistakes of everyone else, being very judgmental, right? Really misunderstanding things. And why would you blame other people? Why would you project things onto them? You haven't done your shadow work yet. You haven't looked at yourself. When you start to do that work, you are no longer going to look outside of yourself and see all of that darkness and all of that ugliness, because you've actually accepted it within yourself. You've worked on it. You've taken the time to temper it out and balance that. So until you do that work, you're going to constantly see the world as a terrible, horrible, ugly place full of people that are going to victimize you and hurt you. And yes, those things, even when you do that work, some of those things are still true, but you're not going to just see that in every single person. You're not going to project your stuff onto them, right? So much healing, I feel, is either currently taking place or has taken place for this masculine. And it's helping him to understand himself better. So now, if you can look at yourself and love yourself and forgive yourself, you're more naturally going to be inclined to do that for other people. But if you're hating on yourself and you're not able to accept yourself, you're most likely not going to be able to do that for others. So that's what's going on here. This masculine has had to sit with his own energy and do this work. Okay. So it says psychic sensitivity. So what this is doing is he's getting more in touch with his feminine side. He's getting more in touch with his emotions. And because he's doing this is very healing. So maybe a lot of and I'm just putting this out there, if he was very cutthroat, very hurtful with his words, just had that kind of mentality, this, of course, was misunderstood because this was coming from a very, it's almost like a trauma-filled place. Doesn't make it okay, but that's what was happening. Usually people that have been abused end up abusing other people. So he was lost for a while. He was playing the victim, making a lot of mistakes, but it's through these things that we learn. And I do feel the temperance here is he has an opportunity to heal. And that's exactly what's going on here. There it is. Awakened eyes. So awakening eyes, life-changing experiences touched by spirit. It's confirmed this has happened for the masculine. This might be happening right now, but I feel for a lot of you, this has already happened. So something major has taken place, some spiritual experience, some major paradigm shift, tower moment in his life. Shit fell apart, but it had to fall apart. He had to reach that limit, that breaking point in order to finally see things through his true spiritual sight. Couldn't see it before because he hadn't done the work, but something has transformed. It's beautiful. Whoa. And we have the Five of Swords. Five of Swords is a card of being a bully, somebody who's very unfair, almost narcissistic, I see for the Five of Swords. So I do feel like this masculine was maybe acting with some narcissistic traits. Does not mean he is a narcissist. It means that, we all act narcissistically at times, and some people lean into it more than others. But I just feel like, when you do your shadow work and you can become aware, then you stop acting in those narcissistic ways. Making everything about yourself, blaming everyone, not taking any accountability for anything. So the Five of Swords really speak volumes to me. A lot of the battles that this masculine has been in, has created, or has gone through, have been created from a dark place within. So something has happened that has created a shift. He is seeing things from a whole new set of eyes, and it's creating a different world for him. Absolutely. And we have resentment, stinging words, bitterness, anger. And I kind of got that. The Five of Swords is somebody who really says some cruel things. They do some cruel things. Their actions are just like, I can't believe that somebody would do this to me. I don't even know you. I feel like for some of you, this masculine may have started acting in ways where you thought, I don't even know who this person is. I can't believe they're saying these things, especially after they said so many wonderful things to me and were so kind and loving before. How could this even be possible? How could you even be this person? So again, there is some misunderstanding because the thing is, the masculine did not understand why he was doing the things that he was doing or why he was saying the things that he was saying. So it may be that a part of him seeing the error of his ways is to make those amends to you, either now or at a later date. Knight of Swords, I love that. The Knight of Swords does make amends. The Knight of Swords comes forward, makes the choice to basically communicate and to handle something head on that might even be challenging. It might be difficult. But I do feel like the Knight of Swords can also represent somebody who's very cutthroat with their words, very hurtful. They don't realize how they're affecting other people until their eyes have been opened, until they have experienced a spiritual shift. Look at that. Uncomfortable karma. This masculine has experienced a lot of uncomfortable feelings, for sure. He's had to go through some uncomfortable things. He's had to get uncomfortable to heal. And I don't think that you can really heal or see things differently until you do get uncomfortable. So the shadow must be embraced. Absolutely. It can't be all love and light. You do have to feel these things. There has to be consequences for actions. There just has to be. And it may not be in the same way that you've delivered things, but it's still going to change you on a spiritual level regardless. And I do feel like this is something that has happened for this masculine. He has had to experience some very uncomfortable karma. And this has been life-changing for him. This is what he has needed to change. The moon. Yeah, the moon is darkness. The moon is shadow. The moon is also emotions. It's feminine energy as well. So to me, what this is saying here is, and it's so funny because the next topic that we're going to go into over on the extended is boomerang. How did I make you feel? That's how karma, I feel, just personally for me, and how it's worked for me, is I get to try on for size how I made somebody else feel. Wow, then I really understand it. Then I really get it, because either I've had something done to me and I'm like, wow, that must be how that I made that person feel. Holy shit, this feels like shit. I don't want to do this again. I don't want to do this. I don't want to be that person. That's how karma works for me. I'm not saying it's going to be that way for everybody, but that's just what I'm picking up on. So however this masculine may have made you feel uncomfortable, he has been made equally like a boomerang to feel uncomfortable. And because of this, it has created some sort of change. He has examined the words that he used towards you, how he may have come across, how he may have hurt you. So it's like an eye for an eye situation. He has had to experience something on the other end, and it's really opened up his eyes, and he has really felt something on his end that maybe you had felt at one time. So what we're going to do, you guys, is we're going to shift over onto the extended. Okay. Well, what's on the bottom of this deck? Ooh, look at that. I don't know why I wanted to look at that. Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is shitty. Seven of Swords is betrayal, a liar, a deceiver, a cheater, all those things. So I don't know if that's something that occurred, but somebody tried to get away with something and it was very hurtful is what I'm getting here. So what we're going to go into now is over on the extended, and I'll put that link in the description box down below, as well as the top pinned comment in the comment section. We're going to go into boomerang. What is your divine masculine feeling now that you were once feeling? So we're really going to dive deep into this experience. What really woke him up, what he felt that you once felt, okay? Also mystery, how is your silence affecting your divine masculine? So if you have pulled away and you guys have gone no contact, or whatever's taking place here, we're going to see how it's actually affecting this divine masculine. Also, we're going to go into seeking, which is how is your spirit and energy showing up in the divine masculine's daily life? Is he seeing people that look like you? Is he hearing your name? Is he seeing things that remind him of you? We're going to look at those details. And then finally, we're going to go into the music energy, which is what songs is your DM using to transmit telepathic messages to you? So what songs are popping up in your world? What is that saying to you? These are words from your divine masculine, things he wants you to know. So if you guys are interested in that, those types of messages, definitely join me over there. And thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a little love by giving it a thumbs up, or throwing a comment or an emoji in the comment section. And also make sure you guys are subscribed and all that good stuff. All right, you guys, thanks so much. Take care. Bye-bye.